We've just got to get to some breaking news because Kristi Noem has been sacked as the Secretary of Homeland Security, and as things turn out, she's speaking right now. So let's just take this for a moment, aside from things going on in Iran.
Their powers from the consent of the governed, which is the people. The people give us the right to do our jobs each and every day. And as long as this world is fractured and as long as human nature is fallen, we will need brave men and women who step up and serve and enforce our rights and our laws and our values. And that's what all of you do in this room with your colleagues. The heroism was on full display this last week when we saw the attack in Austin, Texas, and we saw that the first responders that helped protected people and more lives there were our law enforcement that responded immediately. Instead of running away, they ran to it. And though we lost 3 lives and saw many other people injured, they prevented so many other lives from being lost. We're very grateful that they are willing to do that and to serve in such a way. In fact, it reminded me of the quote that is often attributed to George Orwell that states, "People sleep peacefully in their beds at night only because rough men stand ready to do violence on their behalves," which means you step up in order to protect people, and you do it in a way that other people often are never going to be required to. When tragedies like what we saw in Austin take place, it's your leadership and it's your decision-making that make all the difference. You use judgment, and people entrust you with their lives. You're on the front lines of leadership, and you have the responsibility of guiding and also shaping the next generation. So we thank you for that.
OK, we'll leave that there and we'll go back to Jonathan Kersley just for a bit more on this before we go back to Iran. This is only happening now. It was just confirmed about 15, 20 minutes ago by Donald Trump's Truth Social account, Jono. But, I mean, look, she was controversial, particularly when it came to those immigration raids. So was this coming?
I think there have been a lot of question marks over Kristi Noem's future for a number of weeks now. I mean, she obviously has led the immigration operations to remove illegal immigrants out of the United States and has been a controversial figure inside the Trump administration. What is clear now is President Trump is not exactly isolating her, but shifting her on in a way that allows him also to save a little bit of face by saying he's not sacking her. He's going to make her a special envoy. But this is a huge move from the Trump administration. Remember, Kristi Noem, just a matter of yesterday and the day before, facing committees here on Capitol Hill, grilled over her role, grilled over questions about a relationship with an aide, grilled over how the immigration policies here in the United States have been carried out. And go back to Minneapolis not that long ago, and we saw those 2 deadly shootings by an ICE agent and an immigration agent on American citizens. And there have been big question marks hanging over the fate of Kristi Noem. She now joins the likes of Donald Trump's former national security advisor, who has made his way, was moved on after the so-called Signalgate fiasco, into a role at the United Nations. President Trump is making it clear in this second administration he doesn't want to be firing people. There was a revolving door in the first administration, but this time around he's saying she's not moving on. Markwayne Mullin goes in as Secretary of Homeland Security, Pete.